Hey, this is the belated Sunday drive on Monday night, and I look gross because I've just been running, but I decided to do this before I shower so I wouldn't have to get in any more like good clothes because I really want to get in my pajamas after this, after I shower and settle down for the night. So anyway, my topic for the Sunday drive is the ancient Greek word agape, which is a word for love. And first of all, from my understanding, the way it was taught to me, and I could be wrong, but is that there are a lot of words for love in ancient Greek. There were words for romantic and sexual love. There were words for family love and platonic love. And agape was the word for the highest form of love, a deep love for all of humanity, and really came to be known as the word, in today's society, it's known as the word for godly love. And even the early Christians, they had feasts, they called them agape feasts, that would bring them closer as a community, and it was sort of considered as a love for all of humanity without condition, without limits. And the difference from what I'm starting to understand and what I've meditated and thought about this subject for a lot, and I've come to the conclusion that the difference between agape and what we consider love as a society these days is that our kind of love, when we tell someone we love them, that is, to us, it's an emotion. It's driven by our passion. It's driven by a desire to be near that person or to have that person live a good life or be healthy or have good things happen to them. To us, that is based on primarily on our own feelings, deep, passionate feelings. And I want to say selfish. I don't mean that in a bad way, though, but it is based on our feelings from within ourselves, and to know that if the person we love is happy, then we can be happy for them. If the person we love is suffering, then we ourselves suffer in turn because we feel connected to that person in that way. And agape, in a way, is also based on emotion, but it's based on a different kind of emotion. It's not based on the passion and emotion that we want to be close to someone, we want to be connected to that person, but it's the realization that we already are connected, whether we like it or not. And with agape love, we don't love them because we like them. We don't love them because they're good people. We don't love them for any other reason than that they, like us, are human. And we're all part of the same race. We all came from the same place, and we're all going to the same place. And it's driven not by passion, but by three different things that I've considered. It's sympathy, which is when we see someone suffering, we feel bad for them. And then the next step on that is empathy, which is we not only feel bad, but we draw on our own past experiences, and we actually feel a bit of their feelings, think their thoughts, and we can not only relate to what they're going through. And then compassion, which is, in my form, the final stage of agape, is in fact what agape is our desire to help people in need for no other reason than it is the right thing to do. So in that way, agape is not an emotion. It's driven by those emotions, but it is not in itself an emotion. Agape is what we do. It's what we do to help people. It's what we do to share in people's joy and make people, want to share in their joy and sadness, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and do things to make their life better. maybe not necessarily to make them happy, but things like volunteering, things like taking care of the earth, um, going over to a friend's place who's having a hard time with something, someone who's grieving, making a phone call, going to the hospital, visiting sick patients, things like that are all agape things. That's all the kind of love that binds humanity together. It's those kind of feelings, that empathy that God, and I'm not using God in the literal sense, but God as in the universe or whatever, made us, has instilled in us the ability to empathize and to relate to other people in this way. So, in my view, I believe in God. Some people don't, but in my view, from what I believe about God, agape is an essential part of his being. And in fact, I wouldn't say, as I've learned in some church service, that agape is God's love for humankind. I would say, go a step further and say this, that agape is God, or God is agape.